If you have a pet, you've probably experienced some of the antics of the book Sorry I Pooped in Your Shoe and other heartwarming letters from Doggy. With more, we welcome back author and MSN family blogger Jeremy Greenberg. Thanks for being with us again.
My pleasure, Karen. Good to be here.
So how did you come up with the idea for this book?
My dog actually asked me to write it. You recall I was on the show right before Mother's Day with my first book in this. I've got other books, but my first book like this one called Sorry I Peed on You, which was letters from kids to their parents. My dog came up to me, Dagny, he's like, what about us? People love their dogs.
Too, right?
I need a book too. And I said, you know what, Dagny? And I just speak to my dog just like that. You're right. And she goes, I know I'm right. And so that's where the book came from. And it's been really rewarding. Like, dog owners have appreciated, but really, I'm most proud of the work it's doing for dogs. I actually got an email from a Schnauzer from Minneapolis telling me he loves to steal food, but his owners just don't quite understand that he thought it was his, and he always does. But thanks to this book, they're able to understand.
And this book is made up of letters from different dogs. They have their names, their ages, and then each one has a little story.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite in the book or a couple of favorites?
Yeah, I actually have two favorites. My first favorite is Mr. Peanut, and that's right in the front. And that's one, I'll find it quickly. It's one of those where dogs have nicknames, like we have our dog named Dagny. We call her Dagny Dingle Doggy. But dogs sometimes, you know, why don't they have pride in their names? I mean, imagine if we were constantly called nicknames. So
right. I had a dog that I always called Buttercup when I was little, and I don't think that he really likes that very well.
Yeah, well,
kind of the same deal.
But they still respond to it. See, there's Mr. Peanut there, and you can see he's very miffed, and I'll just share a little bit of Mr. Peanut's letter. Dear beloved pack leader, why am I so grumpy? Because despite my name clearly being Mr. Peanut, like it says on my tag, you and the rest of the pack repeatedly laugh as you call me Mr. P. Diddy Dingleberry, Nutsy Peanutter, Mr. P. Peanut, the vet cut off his peanuts, Mr. Peanuts and Popcorn, Mr. P. has gun nuts, and perhaps the worst of all, Mr. Allergic to Peanuts.
And how do you think up all these things?
I have too much time on my hands. It's what I do, you know. I've got a dog and I look at their behavior and you know, we love talking animals. Just look at half the cartoon movies that come out. And I really just wanted to capture these things we do to dogs that we're not even aware of. Right. So that's how I did. And the other one I really like, if I have time to share it quickly, is Marley. Oh, look at Marley. Sad doggy.
Which one is he? Oh, yes.
Yes, and this one is called, just to double check to get the, Piggy Told Me What You Said About Me. And you can see that Marley has his favorite toy, Piggy. And this one, I'll just read a little bit part of it. It says, Dear Pack Leader, just because I'm happy-go-lucky by nature doesn't mean I don't have feelings. Piggy told me that you said you thought I was cuter as a puppy. Well, I'm sure there are people who thought you were cuter when you were younger too. But if I was your puppy back then, I wouldn't say mean things about you if you suddenly grew a fatty tumor on your hind leg or only had eyebrows over one eyeball. So that's just a brief example of some of the things that the dogs might, you know, because they put up with so much and they just smile, but you know.
Right. Yep. Well, thank you so much for being with us. It's a great, fun book, a great read. So.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
All right.